Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Backwoods broadcast. I don't know what episode this is because we haven't put it up yet or nothing. But,
90. Episode 90.
Episode 90 because we're going to keep it 90.
Episode 90, we're keeping it 90.
Speaking of 90, we got Dale Brisby on the Backwoods broadcast today.
Yeah, it's fitting that it's Backwoods broad. I mean, you're out in Winnebago. We're out in the Backwoods. Mesquite trees.
It's like the African backwoods out here.
Yeah, it's Africa hot right now.
Dude, I haven't been this hot since I was in high school. You should have seen my senior pictures.
You were feeling it today. Like I mean, you were not just, you weren't being no prima donna. Like you were hot.
I was hot, dude. I told you, I was like, listen, I got to go in the AC for a minute. My brain is frying.
Yep.
But hey, I still did it.
You did, yeah. You got on 2 bulls in that. Imagine doing 2-a-days in this football.
Gosh, man. That's insane. By the way, guys, we got Dale Brisby here, the greatest bull rider of all time.
Yeah, I guess they didn't know who they're talking to.
And we are in Winnebago.
I'm
at
Dale
the Radiator
Brisby.
Ranch.
I'm the greatest bull rider ever to walk the earth. Also the most humble. And you're not going to hear me brag about that. But I do it for the kids. I'm a giver.
I haven't heard that at all today.
Yeah.
And that's probably the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Yes.
I respect you.
I respect you too.
Thanks, man.
You got on 2 buckers today.
Let's talk about that, dude. So I'm down here. Sorry, guys, we're figuring out these new mics. If I talk a little loud, I apologize. But I drove down to Texas, me and Brolaw, and we hit 1 million subscribers on Outlaw, my YouTube channel, Outlaw. So what I said is I was like, well, I was basically like, if anybody knows somewhere where I can ride a bull, you let me know, because when I hit 1 million, I want to ride a bull.
Yep.
And this dude right here, Dale Brisby, hit me up in the DMs. He slid in them DMs real tight.
Real good.
Real good. Felt real good. And he was like, hey, we got some bulls. And I was like, dude, that's it. Right there. I was expecting somebody in Colorado where I live, just be like, hey, man, you can come ride my bull. But nothing like Dale Brisby, dude. The greatest of all time. Come on now.
I mean, hey, I want to give back. Give back to the YouTube community.
Yeah, dude. Well, you got your own YouTube.
Help out a fellow YouTuber. My YouTube is like a hobby compared to yours.
Well,
I mean, I take it serious, but yours that's next level. You've been doing it a long time.
Long time, dude. Over 10 years.
Over 10 years.
But dude, your stuff, man, is funny. I love your stuff, man. You're one of my favorite YouTube channels.
I appreciate that.
Subscribe.
Very much.
Dale Brisby. Check him out. Just type in Dale, yeah, and he'll pop up.
Dale, yeah.
Dale, yeah. So, we hit 1 million on Outlaw. Drove down here. We set it up. And we set it up quick, too. I mean,
we did.
We hit 1 million quicker than I thought. We hit it a lot quicker than I thought we were going to hit it. And we drove down here. It's not too far of a drive. It's 10 hours, but I'm used to driving, so it's not too bad. And drove down here. We got in last night real late.
Yep.
Old Dale let me stay in the on the Winnebago Ranch.
The old bunkhouse.
The Radiator Ranch. Excuse me.
Yeah, Radiator Ranch.
In Winnebago. And we woke up and we got her done, dude. It was a full day ordeal. It was like high of like 103 today. It was so hot, man.
Yes.
I mean, it's hot in Colorado, but dude, it is hot here. Like, you get a little bit of humidity, but it's also the dry heat at the same time. It's hard to breathe, man.
Yeah. It was bad today. I mean, into August, like, it was. Anyhow, you had the odds stacked against you. Not only was it hot, but they were some buckers.
Dude.
They were some buckers.
You were sending me videos of bulls you wanted me to get on. To be honest, dude, I really wasn't that nervous. Like, I'm not trying to play it up. Like, I was excited, man. I just wanted to experience it. Like, I'm not, on the videos and stuff, I like to play it up. Like, yeah, dude, I'm going to be the greatest bull rider of all time, like Dale. But I just wanted to experience it, honestly. Like, I just wanted to, because I've been to a lot of, speaking of Mud Jug, I used to travel on rodeos back in the day.
Right.
I did like 10 or 12 rodeos in a year, slinging these things.
Really?
Sold like 4 out of 12 rodeos or something. Like back in 2008. And,
half of them were chicks at the rodeo, wearing 13 MWZs.
Yeah, man. The NFL rodeo.
The NFL circuit.
Yeah, the NFL circuit. And, dude, just being down here and experiencing it.
It's like you were rodeoing. You got in late,
man.
Drove long ways, got
Dude,
in
I
late.
felt so legit being in those clothes.
Yeah.
Like when I had the glove on, I was all taped up, and I was like, and
secretly just like
I had the vest and I had the chaps, dude, the cowboy hat. I felt legit.
you were thinking
man.
like, I'm JB Mooney.
I'm
JB freaking Mooney right
And you
now.
know, my initials are JB. You can Google my last name if you want to figure it out for real.
That's true.
But
Yeah, no, for real talk though, you talk about not being nervous. Like, I mean, it's one thing to not be nervous on your first one. It really is. Like, some people, they just don't get it. They don't understand the dangers.
Right.
They can't wrap their mind around it.
yeah,
And first of all, the fact that you rode that bull that far, that long, like, most people, for the first 20, 30 bulls they get on, they black out. And they can't recall what happened. Like,
Really?
legitimately.
That's why everybody was asking me, do you
1000%,
remember?
That's what happens. And like, you rode the bull like 4 seconds. He took a little duck off to the right. I'm sure, hopefully these listeners have watched the video. Took a little duck off to the right. You got your air knocked out of you. You came over. We talked about everything. You remembered it all. But then you were ready to get on another one.
I wanted to do it right away, yeah. Well, because I'm like, I have a little bit, obviously I have the competitive spirit in me, like where I want to do better. Like, yeah, okay, I rode the bull for 3 seconds or whatever it was. I thought it was like 2, but...
Completely uncommon. I'm telling you. The first time, for somebody's first ride, like, that was above par.
Yeah.
Better
Well,
than par.
it's I can see where it's addicting. I mean, you get bumps and bruises, but that's in anything. But it's like, I mean, I guess it does take the right type of person. You got to be kind of a little crazy, I guess.
It's crazy, like, how similar your situation is to the rodeoing, to actually rodeoing. Because, like, you had to drive, short sleep, it's hot, like you had to weather the storm, and then, you got to get on a bull, and you're under a pressure situation. It's like all this build-up for, like even the entering, like whenever you called me, it's a couple weeks in advance, and it's all this build-up for 8 seconds.
Yeah, I know.
But, and you're like, man, why would somebody want to do that? And then you have to pay to do it, typically like an entry fee.
Right.
So it's like, you give them your money.
Yep.
Like, you pay them so you can do this.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of wrestling tournaments. Like when I was in high school.
Yeah.
You'd enter these wrestling tournaments, and you just sit there all day waiting for them to give you a match. And then you, like, see your opponent across the room, and you're just like, oh, dude, oh my gosh.
Hurry up and wait.
Man. Yeah. And then you just got to think about him for an hour, and then you go and wrestle him.
Right.
Sometimes it just lasts 8 seconds.
And then, but most of the time, they don't weigh 1,800 pounds.
That's right. Yeah, today it was. It reminded me a little bit of that, but it's not even close. I mean, the bull riding thing, dude. I legit, like, I rode 2 bulls today. I went up a little bit,
Yeah.
I started with the dink,
Yep.
and which that bull ain't no dink, dude. It's a big thing.
It's a big
1,800 pounds.
Yeah. Every bit of it. Baxter, who was not a dink because he's bred to buck. Like, he's probably like, I don't know, 1,500, 1,600 pounds.
Yeah, he's a little bit smaller, but he's meaner.
His butt's a little smaller, and that's what, when they go to kick over their head, like, and he come around and just, like, that's a bucking bull out of a
that second time, to be honest, like right whenever I got down, I was kind of like, I was like, this is a good ending, like everybody's all excited, we're all high-fiving and stuff like that, but I was like, dude, I just want to do it again.
Yeah.
I legit, like what I was saying a minute ago, I would legit do it again. Like, I would come down here when it's a little bit cooler, and I'd do it all day.
Maybe October when you're coming down to hunt or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, Justin asked me, he was off to the side, we were watching that video of you got on Rickle, the black bull at first, and he kicked up, and his back feet were probably like 10 inches off the ground. And Justin was like, is this bull tonight is this other bull gonna kick higher? I feel like this one's like already kicked kind of high. So I pulled up the video. I pulled up the picture that I had on my phone of Baxter. And he's like just kicking the lights out. And Justin was like, "Oh yeah."
I was sitting right across from them when they were doing this. By the way,
I didn't show it to you because I really didn't want to.
I'm glad you didn't show me that.
Psych you out.
But see, when I got on Baxter, I was like, I just did my little meditation before, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, whoosah. And then when I got on him, dude, and he was pissed.
Yep.
He was like, oh, I'm ready to buck. And I was like, I wasn't nervous, dude. Like, legit, I was like, I can't wait to see what this dude's going to do to me.
Right.
Like, I was like, I just want to, because there's like that thing in you where like, bull riding's not just like, see if I can hang on for 8 seconds, but it's like, can I dominate this insanely powerful animal?
Yeah.
Can I ride this insanely powerful animal? I was like, I'm gonna do it.
And you know, it's different than like just overpowering him. You know, it's like the technique of it, and just
yeah. Because when I was done with the first one, I was telling you, I was like, I see the technique.
You see how the fundamentals could be like important.
Yeah, because I learned a lot today.
I was waiting on, like, Baxter is usually like, it's a fight in the bucket chute. Like usually he tries to like jump out over the front. And so that's why, like, I was like really holding on to that one.
Yeah.
Where on Rickle I wasn't, you know, like, he's just a pet. But like,
because I was a little nervous when he was like just getting crazy at the end. I was about to say go, but I was like, well, maybe it wouldn't be smart right away. I don't know if it was.
Yeah, he ran his nose up, and that was good that you waited. But once that sucker, he was about to, his next move was gonna like pick his front feet up and try to jump over the front. But you got out of there quick. And how similar was it to like MMA?
Like the mindset?
Yeah, just like the fight mindset.
It was pretty. It's a little bit different because I feel like in MMA with a lot of people, like when I talk to other people, like I don't do it competitively anymore. I just train. But when like you talk to other people, their biggest worry is looking like an idiot, and they're worrying about another guy, you know, whooping them.
Right. For
me, you know, I'm like, dude, I don't have any problem with an 1,800-pound bull whooping me, because that's what it's supposed to do.
Right.
You know, so it's a little bit different than that, but the mindset leading up to it is pretty much the same. I mean, you're really, because I mean, honestly, I'm not just trying to stay on for 8 seconds. Like, I'm actually thinking, like, I'm trying to, because I mean, dude, 8 seconds seems like nothing.
Right.
Dude, it's the longest.
It's the longest
man. 8 seconds of your life. You can't experience that until you experience it. Like, it's insane. But me, I was like, I was just trying to focus on what to do next, because there's a lot of it. You ain't just sitting on a bull and you just try to hang on. Like, dude, you got spurs on and you're trying to just hold on for dear life and move your hips and move your shoulders in the correct position to do it. It's
how different was your shoot procedure thought process from the first one to the second one? Because the first one you don't really know what to think.
Yeah, the first one I was kind of just like listening to y'all and just like, okay, I remember what you told me about keeping my legs pinched.
It's not going to be that hard. You're just going to turn out of here.
Yeah. And honestly, like, when you guys were, you know, you guys put in my head that he's not gonna go crazy, you know.
Right.
But even with him not going that crazy and bucking that hard, it's still a lot of power that you're dealing with. It's just like, it's like compression in your body or something, you know. And in the second time though, I was like, right whenever I got on him, I was like, I'm ready. Like, you know. And we talked about some things that I did wrong with my hand after the fact, which is kind of why I wanted to do it again. I guarantee everybody watching out there, I would do it again.
I know you would. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind.
Next time maybe we'll do it at a rodeo.
I mean, you can.
What do you think? Will you do it at a rodeo? An NFL rodeo?
At an NFL rodeo. You could handle it, you know, like, because that moment right there before you nod, it's like one of the more pure moments where you can't hide from that. Like, if you're scared, it's gonna show right there.
Oh, dude.
You know what I mean? If somebody's shaking, or like when you slide up on your bull rope and you're about to nod and you have doubts, like another bull rider would be able to look at that and see it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you slid up, like, just the confidence in having even. Anyhow, I was impressed. I was impressed. It was good. I think your followers are. I'm sure the feedback is going to be pretty good. Like,
I'm sure there's going to be some comments like, dude, I jumped on a bull, dude, a ranked PBR bull, and I rode it 12 seconds, man.
Yeah.
Nothing, dude.
But the majority of them should see that, like, because that's one of those things that, like, people, they could have ducked out of, or you just got on Rickle.
Well, a lot of people actually didn't think I was going to do it. They thought I was going to do something funny, like ride a Red Bull can, like I was telling you, or something.
Yeah.
You know, put a Red Bull in between my legs and ride it. But
or just be done with Rickle.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
a bull that did that, you know.
And that's what Justin was. Justin Lake Fork guy. He was here too. My man Justin. Go check him out. Best fishing videos on the internet.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's cool. And you guys, A&M buddies.
Yep. Running some of the same circles.
Yeah.
I didn't really. I mean, like, we weren't roommates or anything, but
No. But I mean,
close enough.
Yeah.
Close.
And so he was like, well, I mean, are you gonna call it there? I'm like, no, dude. I gotta get on this. I gotta get on this Baxter, dude. I can't just stop, man.
Right.
And it's not even for like looking like a pussy per se. It's just it was like I gotta do it, man.
Yeah.
I gotta see what it's all about. Because then you always get that thing in your head like, well, maybe I could have did it. You never know. Now I know. And now I'm like addicted, dude. I just want to keep riding bulls.
I'm addicted, bro.
Addicted, dude.
I think. I mean, you obviously have. I mean, it was just a fun thing. But if it were something that you wanted to do in another lifetime, I think it would be something you could be successful at.
You
Haven't
think?
watched you. Oh yeah.
Well, I think we need to do another one, dude. Do it at a rodeo.
That would be cool.
Because then I would actually like legit practice.
And then people, like you could promote it, and like your people could show up.
Yeah, man. What do you guys think about that?
Where do you feel like most of your, like if you had one concentrated area?
How far? How?
Like probably somewhere in Colorado, or
No, probably the South somewhere.
Really?
I would say like Tennessee, Georgia. You guys do a lot of rodeos in the South?
Yeah.
I would say Tennessee, Georgia, Texas. I mean, hey, there's a lot in Texas. Texas wouldn't be bad.
Every weekend of the year, there's something in Texas.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get over to there's a lot of good rodeos, Louisiana, even down in Florida. A lot
Florida's
of good rodeos
good too,
in Florida.
Yeah. Mexico. Go down to Mexico, man.
There is a Mexico circuit.
Is there?
Yep. You can go down to Mexico and rodeo and it count towards PRCA.
How about them Brazilians, dude?
Oh, dude.
What's up with the Brazilians?
There's some bull riding suckers.
It's crazy. I've got some people that watch the videos that they're like, that's all they do in Brazil. They're like you guys, but in Brazilian, speaking Portuguese and all that.
Some of them guys, it's their way to the next level.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. And after doing it today, like I said, I'm hooked. Got this ride.
You earned that.
For those watching the video, for those listening on iTunes or the audio version, I'm wearing this shirt. Riding bulls and punching fools.
Riding bulls and punching fools.
You can get that on DaleBrisby.com.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Dude, if you guys are watching this video, dude, look at all these hats behind me, man. I've never seen so many styles of hats until I came to Old Radiator Ranch.
I don't know. There's just like some people say concentrate it down, but I don't know. There's so many different styles of people out there. I figured give them different styles of hats.
Dale, I come in his house. He's like, hey, man, pick out whatever hat you want. I'm like, dude, how do I even choose?
Yeah. Overwhelmed.
Yeah. I mean, usually I give if they come to my place, I'll give you like a hat each. But I only got 4 styles.
Yeah.
This dude's got over 100 up in here.
But you got more styles of dip.
Yeah.
We got Leroy and Pedro here.
Oh, Leroy.
They're
Pedro,
fixing
they
it.
like the outlaw dip.
Yeah.
They dig it. Yeah, the
How many different flavors do you have?
Well, with the outlaw brand, we got, as of now, we got 3, but we got another one coming. I think this podcast is going to go up before it releases, and then we got a lot more on the way. But we also are branded with the Tough Guy brand, and they've got quite a few flavors as well. And we don't usually do like the normal flavors that you see from all these other tobacco companies. We do a lot of different ones that people don't see, which we take pride in because they always want to see these different flavors and stuff. So we make them.
Just put a big old fat gonker in.
Big old gonker.
And slide and ride.
Yeah.
Put you a gonker in, slide and ride, kids.
Put you a gonker.
It's rodeo time.
A hog leg. Get you a hog leg in. Got me a hog leg in right now. Yeah, how did you, because this whole rodeo thing is not. It's known. You know, everybody knows what riding a bull is, but it's not it's not in the big mainstream thing. There's not like, you got like a top few select bull riders that some people know, you know?
Right.
Obviously like Lane Frost and
Yeah.
JB Mooney. Dale Brisby. I mean, you're doing it, dude. You are,
Well,
you are like because nobody on YouTube's doing like rodeo stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And everybody on entertainment and everything's going to YouTube and online, and nobody's really watching TV anymore.
Right.
And all these big companies and stuff are now learning to take their money out of, TV and put it into the internet and YouTube and stuff like that. But like, when did you get started and why?
With YouTube?
Yeah.
So,
Because you've been doing rodeo a while, but
yeah, I grew up around it.
yeah.
And then we were actually at a rodeo. Me and Weston Rutkowski and my buddy Mitch Montgomery, we were in New Jersey, Woodstown, New Jersey. And they have a summertime deal there. And we were up there fighting bulls. And anyhow, we did our first video in 2013, July 1st is when we uploaded it on YouTube. And that was 5 years ago, 5 years and a month.
Mm-hmm.
And
What was it?
what was it?
What was the video?
Just me talking about myself.
Really?
Just gumming.
Yeah.
And like he asked me what my 4th of July run looked like, and I said, I don't know, Pueblo, Pocatello, Winnebago. I don't know Weston. Stop asking me questions. Pueblo and Pocatello are both real rodeos, but Winnebago just rhymed, so I just threw it in there, and then that's where Winnebago came from. Anyhow, we just had a fun time. Threw it up on YouTube, and then just did them for fun, probably once a month, here and there, and then kind of came out, did the Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat, did all those, and then not really on purpose, but didn't post as much to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Really, to be honest, because I didn't know how.
Right.
Because those first videos Mitch posted.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes in.
I didn't know the password to my account. So if it wasn't Mitch there, then I didn't. And but I knew Facebook, and so that now that I think about it, because I've always wondered why I didn't post to YouTube, but now that we're talking about it, like I didn't know how.
Right.
Anyway.
Well, because Facebook was a lot easier because straight off your phone.
Right.
I mean, you could upload high quality stuff to Facebook, but
and
YouTube
back
was
then,
like, oh, you got to edit. And
you might remember back then you could like embed them. So like you could watch a YouTube video on Facebook.
Yeah.
And
you
then
could just put the embed code.
They got mad at each other.
Remember when Facebook had they could make it rain on your Facebook? You could have a song. It was almost like MySpace.
That was, you did that on Facebook? You could do that on Facebook?
Yeah, you could do it on Facebook, I'm pretty sure, right? You're a little young. I'm pretty sure you could have one song and you could make it rain too. Because I remember going from MySpace. You had MySpace, right?
Yo, yeah.
I remember, like, dude.
It's too late to apologize. That was my song on my profile.
You know what mine was?
What?
Mine was What Is Love? What is love?
Yeah, that's way better.
Oh, dude. I just loved Night at the Roxbury so much.
Yeah.
I used to just like make sure my MySpace was like the coolest MySpace page in town. Like I was just always on it, like trying to. That was like right when I started YouTube, so I was like just trying to have the coolest everything,
Right.
But I remember when everybody was switching over to Facebook, you could still do like you could make the money signs rain. I'm pretty sure. I might be just making stuff up. I don't know. But I was thinking you could have one song. I just can't remember.
Yeah. Well, you can't now, okay? And
Nope.
MySpace is gone. We can't live in the past.
They need to bring it back.
But yeah, they need to bring it back.
Yeah,
Tom probably is in jail somewhere.
Justin
He's all
Timberlake
creepy.
owns it now.
He's sitting at his computer with that picture. He's looking to the left.
Yeah,
or
dude.
something.
He's got a whiteboard. He's probably a teacher, dude.
Yeah.
Probably just a teacher somewhere.
But anyways, yeah. So then we just kept making content and did it on all the different platforms. And like you said, there's not a lot of people in rodeo doing it, and we were just having fun. Still are. And
You need to upload every single day.
on YouTube.
I don't think you understand how great you are, Dale Brisby.
Man,
Dude, I'm telling you, man. I mean, uploading every day is hard, especially when you're traveling.
Right.
And you're doing rodeos where there's not good service anywhere.
Yep.
But trying to figure that out, dude, I'm telling you, there's so many. Like, I did a meet and greet. I was telling you this earlier. Did a meet and greet. So many people came up with like your merch, and they just like.
Oh yeah, that's how you heard about me, huh?
Yeah. Well, a lot of people they don't live that rodeo lifestyle.
Yep.
They might be living in the city and never even been to a rodeo, but they love that. They want to be a part of it, you know, and they're living it through your videos and stuff. I think you would kill it.
Man, I appreciate that.
I think that and start a podcast. I think starting a podcast and when you're on the road, because you don't have to put it live or anything like that right away, you could be interviewing everybody, people from the PBR, the NFL, you know.
Yes, sir. I've really thought about it. I've really thought about it, and I gotta stop hiding behind that excuse of not knowing how to upload it. But
Get your Leroy,
rodeo is.
We
one
doing
of
over
those,
there, Leroy? Besides dipping some outlaw dip.
Checking my Snapchat.
Put a gonker in. Put you a gonker
boy.
in, Leroy. Rodeo is one of those sports that's been just, kind of doing the same thing forever.
Right.
And there's been people that were kind of scared of change, and so it's not, we as a community just haven't done a great job of like lifting up the stars of the sport or
Yeah.
anyhow, but there are a lot of people in the industry, I like to think myself included, that like are passionate about growing the sport. And
Yeah.
we got a new CEO or commissioner of the PRCA, George Taylor, and he's just really shaking things up. There's a lot of people making positive waves in the sport, but I think it starts from, people just don't know.
Right.
Like just the everyday person that they're not against rodeo. They just don't know that it is out there. And now that social media is, a tool that we're all taking advantage of, then
It's weird because with stuff like, I'm in the hunting industry and I hunt a lot, but rodeo and hunting kind of go hand in hand on very old media style,
right.
where there's a lot of people that it's all about putting butts in seats rather than making sure there's an audience online for them to watch anywhere. I think you just are that link, I think, that connect a lot of people. Dude, you could be like, you do any commentating?
Yep. Yes, sir. Like some. I'll come in during the bull riding occasionally and do like some co-commentating with an announcer.
Cause that I see you, dude. I see you doing that, man.
Just throwing in my 2 cents.
Yeah, I see that, man. But I just think you need to just do more.
Jamie, this is like a hype guy. Is he just like pour into everybody like this? I want to go ride a bull right now. Let's run Baxter in the chute.
Let's do it, man.
Like I want to get on him right now. I don't have lights out there, but like I'm getting pumped up.
I was
man.
about ready to ride him at night. It was so dang hot today.
Yeah. It was good that we waited.
No, but for real.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that'd be.
I think you just need to because I'm telling you, man, there's like you have a core audience right now, but you need to. I think you just need to do more.
Yep.
It's hard.
Yes,
but it's going to be worth it. I'm telling you, man, because there's so many people out there that you were telling me about another girl,
Fallon Taylor.
Fallon Taylor.
Yes, sir.
She's a barrel racer.
Barrel racer. Yeah. She's doing it. She's hustling. She does a lot. She's a boss.
Yeah. And but dude, you got it, man. You're right on that verge, man. I'm telling you, dude. What are you gonna do when you hit 1 million subs? You gonna come hunting?
Oh. I'm so well known for riding bulls and being like just a great bull rider, but I'm also humble, so I don't post a lot of those rides. You don't see a lot of my rides on there because I'm, and also I spur so hard that they're not appropriate for the internet, and so maybe I just give them a taste of this or that bull that I spur one day, and like post just bite the bullet and give you guys like, hey, I know it's tacky for me to post such a good bull. Anyway,
but see,
or maybe I'll go hunting something.
Yeah,
I don't
do something, man.
It's got to be something crazy.
Well, we gotta go. I know you said you like to duck hunt a little bit. We should set that up in Colorado.
Some quackers.
Yeah, some quackers. I got all the decoys, man. Let's do it.
When's a good time to hunt in Colorado? I mean, obviously the
duck hunt.
Ducks are migrating.
Like waterfowl.
Yeah.
December, January.
Yep.
I'd say December is probably the best time to come up.
Is it?
And then goose season really gets good after Christmas. And that's goose season is just, I love goose hunting. It's
Really?
so fun because it's like we and goose, and you know, I hunt, but I eat everything I kill.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm not some trophy hunter or anything like that, but a goose meat is not the greatest meat. But if you make it into sticks, goose sticks is what I do. You mix it with pork and you jalapeno cheddar or some hickory or teriyaki or something like that. It's the best snack in the world.
You
Should
bet.
have brought some down, man. Should have brought some. Would have been good today in that heat.
Yeah,
But goose hunting is like unlike anything else because you're just sitting in a ground blind, or you can sit in a box blind, whatever. We sit in ground blinds, and you're all nested in. You're calling them in, and they just land right on top of you.
Yeah.
And it's just like insane. Ducks are
I've heard
fun.
a lot of people say that about goose hunting. I've never been goose hunting.
Yeah,
I've only
ducks
been
are fun, but they're fast, right?
Oh yeah.
So it's like, but goose hunting, like you're just like, oh my god! I don't know how many times I freaked out just screaming when they're just landing on top of us because it's like the coolest thing you ever seen.
that does sound cool.
Sometimes they tornado on top of you, and it's just insane. Hundreds and hundreds. It's crazy. We can get you up there, dude.
No, I'd love to and taste the meat and everything. It's
Yeah.
funny. We got to where, you know, Leroy and I, we managed a game ranch together, and the first time you met Randy Day, my cameraman. The first time he came out there, we we shot a lot of hogs, and we would cook them all. We'd smoke them, and like you know, it'd take 10 hours or something.
Yeah.
It was a lot of work, you know.
It's good, though.
Cleaning a hog is freaking work.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It sucks.
Yep.
But he knew that we'd do that, so
Especially in that heat,
oh,
humidity.
Ugh.
It's nasty.
but no, he showed up, and some pack of hogs came in front of the house. I was like, "You want to shoot a pig?" They were tearing us up down there, you know. And anyways, he was like, "Yeah, sure." He got the gun, and he said he missed on purpose because he didn't want to clean it because he knew we were going to clean it. He said I shot like a foot over
I
it.
missed, yeah. I don't clean it up, you know, I'm pretty tired.
He said he remembered me saying that. Oh, the dang scope must be off. I went and sighted it in again.
I don't know how many times I've done that.
Missed on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh
on
yeah,
purpose,
yeah, of course.
A lot, dude.
Anytime you miss, it's on
Yeah.
purpose. Yeah.
But I think, dude, the rodeo. I was making a point a minute ago and I didn't finish it, but the hunting industry. Let's just take Duck Dynasty.
Yep.
Duck Dynasty was kind of not really hunting. There wasn't hunters and stuff that watched it, but it was just the lifestyle around it and the people around it. That brought a lot of eyes into the hunting industry. That show, whether you like that show or not, it brought a lot of eyes into the hunting industry. They started looking up duck calls and they wanted to go duck hunting. And then that led them to deer hunting, and then it led them to everything else. So that was good eyes for everybody to see. I think you are the Duck Dynasty of rodeo.
Dude, that's
I'm not
so
trying to toot
crazy
your horn.
that you bring that up, because like the reason I like duck hunting, you know, I was telling you, Lucas, my duck dog, like
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a duck dog. He was a rescue,
Yeah.
you know, and whenever like Phil, who I had no idea before that show came out, I didn't know anything about him.
Phil
like,
Robinson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we share some common beliefs, and he was at one point under fire for those beliefs.
Yeah,
And
right.
so like I and then I'm like, I realized Lucas, my dog, is a duck dog, and I'm like, well, I got to go duck hunting. And I mean, I look like Duck Dynasty and Duck Commander, just like chewed me up and spit me out. I went out
Yeah.
there, had like everything Duck Dynasty
Yeah.
and Duck Commander. I
Right.
mean, it's like exactly the scenario you're painting. It's like
Right,
why
yeah.
I'm a duck hunter.
Yeah. And
Today.
it doesn't matter if it's, and it's funny because it wasn't just duck hunting. Obviously they were big duck hunters, but like it was anything. If they lived in the West, and they, you know, if they live in where, I mean, there's good duck hunting pretty much everywhere, but I mean, if they live in Colorado or something like that and they don't have access to that, maybe they'll pick up a bow and start deer hunting or something like that. It's just the what they see, and they want to, you know, they see that and they want to, you know, portray that in their own life. So I think that for rodeo, you being that for rodeo is huge, because not even just like you posting video bull riding or you're doing whatever, but maybe somebody just wants to get into 4-H. Maybe somebody just wants to get into ranch management. Maybe
Right.
somebody wants to get into FFA.
Yes, sir.
You know, or something like that. Were you ever in 4-H FFA when you were younger?
Yep. Yeah, my dad was an ag teacher, so I did everything FFA. Like I was a state officer. Like we did. Like
Did you do 4-H?
No, we didn't do a lot of 4-H,
Showing pigs.
just because I was busy with FFA.
Yeah.
But
Future farmers of America.
yeah, we'd rodeo, sports, FFA, all that. But mainly, my old man, like he was just like we managed a ranch growing up. He was an ag teacher, but on the side, like after school, we'd go to that ranch, and then rodeo. That's really what we grew up around. So that's where a lot of my content is today, just because that's where my passion is, just ranching and rodeo. Like I joke, I'm like when I'm not bullback, I'm horseback.
Yeah. Your dad used to ride.
Yes, sir. He grew up in Lubbock and worked for a stock contractor, Charlie Thompson. And he got to where he could do everything. Like Charlie would go put on a rodeo somewhere, and my dad would go put on a rodeo somewhere. And he could pick up, he could fight bulls, drive the truck. Sometimes he'd announce, like
Right.
but he'd ride
everything.
bareback, all rough stock mainly, bears, broncs, bulls. Like he'd do all that.
Right.
And as he got older, like his passion was saddle bronc riding,
Mm-hmm.
and so he did a lot of that. And then when he got even older, like he fell back on picking up, which he had done when he was younger. And there was a time when like he was like NFR pickup man quality, like kind of if he had the right horses. But
Right.
and he did. 5 years ago, he had a string of horses, and he's at a rodeo in Helotes, and I was at a rodeo in Paris. And it was like the first time in 5 years I hadn't gone with him to that rodeo. And anyhow, he it was like the first bareback rider out. So like a pickup man is like when you have the horse riding events, those horses at the end of the ride, they're traveling really fast, like horses kind of
Right.
run. And so instead of the guy just jumping off like he does in the bull ride, and you'll have a pickup man, and it's two guys horseback. They'll run in next to the bucking horse
I've seen it, yeah.
and pick the guy up off. And it's like, as a pickup man, it's like really exhilarating. It's like
Yeah.
you're really close to it, and
Right.
it's fun. And you got to be a horseman to navigate your horse up next to the bucking
It's
horse.
insane what they do.
And you got to have a good horse to do it that'll go in there and bump those.
Yeah.
Anyway, so and he was really good at it, but he was good at anything with a horse. But yeah, he so Helotes first perf and first bareback rider. He picked that bareback rider up, and then pretty much just went down with him, had a heart attack, and died right there. The doctor said he died just in the saddle, just like right there. It was before he left the saddle. He was probably already gone. Boots in the stirrup and cowboy hat on. I mean, it's like most poetic thing for me. It's like, because I know where he is now, but and so like the way he died was,
he went
yeah,
doing what he
yeah,
loved.
and then going out that way was just so cool, and everybody in the industry that it's awesome running into people at rodeos that knew him, and then that, but I know what's coming next. Right after they say, "Sorry to hear about your dad," it's like, but golly, that's a cool way to go,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear
But-
that. But I mean,
It's just
you having that passion though is what I think that you could, dude, there's so many opportunities, especially just because it's like with like what I was talking about earlier with hunting, it was small. It was like, it wasn't it was a big business. There was a lot of companies with a lot of money, but it was like nobody knew where to put their money. And with this whole internet thing coming now, it's like there's just so many opportunities. And what used to be what just old people would watch, like hunting, nobody really, I mean, there was always kids that brought up hunting, but then they would stop and go to college and stuff like that. And it was always the older folks that would stay hunting and stuff like that, or paying attention to rodeos or whatever it is, right? There's always the few and far between, obviously. But with all the new, people can get footage from anything so fast. Technology, just you can have it like this,
right.
And so with you being at a whatever event, and you're doing some funny stuff and whatever, and that just people just want to be there, and it's a lot of younger generation, right?
Yes, sir.
It's a big younger generation.
Yeah,
that's
we
getting
got a
into it,
lot
right?
of followers that are, some younger kids. I mean, how YouTube is.
Yeah.
Some of those. It's like really young kids on YouTube,
Yeah.
and then like,
You know what the biggest thing on YouTube is now?
what's that?
Toy unboxings.
Really?
Yeah,
Like-
there's
like-
I mean, I don't have kids, but from my friends that have kids and stuff, their kids are obsessed with unboxing toys.
Dang.
And these channels get like millions of views. Millions and millions of views.
Really?
In a day. Like, it's insane.
Just like, as if they don't know what's in the box or something?
Dude.
Or just like a review?
It's
like a product review?
Well, kind of. It's like a toy that they want or something they don't
Uh-huh.
have. And then he's just like unboxing it. And it's usually like an old guy. It's like really weird. It's like he's like an old dude with like.
Come and watch me open these toys,
Yeah.
little boys.
We got a little Pokemon toy today. Uh-huh, you know?
And he's
Pikachu.
probably got a gonker in.
Probably does. Pikachu.
Yeah.
Pikachu with a gonker, dude. Yeah, he's probably got a gonker and spitting his mud jug behind the camera. And he's making videos for
Yeah, sure.
kids. It's a little weird.
Lincoln Logs.
Lincoln Logs. Oh, man. Remember Lincoln Logs?
Oh, dude.
I loved the smell of Lincoln Logs when I was a kid.
Oh, you know what? I would just chop them up and sniff them. That's all I would do. Like, I didn't even play. No, I'm just kidding.
I used to love the smell of Lincoln Logs when I was a kid. They have micro machines and what was another one? Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Ooh, remember Street Sharks?
Vaguely. Why do I remember
Street
that?
Sharks, bro?
The little.
Little freaking handheld sharks.
Yeah.
And there was a show. I think, what was it, on PBS or something? Do you remember Street Sharks or no?
Dude, you got a memory on you. You're talking about like Facebook 10 years ago, like all kind of like
I remember some
Street
weird stuff,
Sharks?
bro. But then
you're that friend. You're
Huh?
that friend.
I am that
Everybody's
friend.
got that friend that comes
token-
around. Mine is Cody Byers. Like he'd come around and be like, "Remember what you said in second grade to Shay?"
There is a lot of weird stuff that I remember when I was a kid. Like I
Thanks,
always get
Cody.
my mom and I always get into arguments because I'm like, no, I remember what you said, and I'll explain the whole story, and then she's just like, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty funny. I do
That's
remember
what
a
I'm
lot
talking
of
about.
stuff.
You're that friend.
I am that friend, dude. Yeah.
If you and those of you listening, if you don't know that friend, then you are that friend.
You're dang straight.
Yeah.
So, what's next for old Dale Brisby, dude? What are you going to be doing now?
Man, I'm just on to the next one. I'm just rodeoing.
Yeah. What's the main rodeo season? Is it all year round?
Yeah, so like I said, in Texas, if a guy wants a rodeo, like you can go to amateur, open shows, pro shows year round.
Mm-hmm.
And then like in the spring, in Texas, like in the wintertime, a lot of guys will come down here from up north,
Right.
and go to like the big like Houston, San Antonio, San Angelo, and there's a lot of indoor ones like Lake Charles down in Louisiana. And then in the summertime, everybody will go up north for like 4th of July rodeos because
Okay.
of, why, like today,
Yeah.
like it's Africa hot outside. And
Right.
so, I mean, there's still some rodeos in Texas. A lot of them are amateur, but like pro rodeos are up north. So like, and when I say pro rodeos, I mean like PRCA, which will ultimately lead to the NFR in December, which is like our Super Bowl.
Okay.
That season runs like, it starts October 1st.
Okay.
And it goes to September 31st.
So the NFR is kind of like a huge.
10-day.
Is it in a lot of different places?
No, Las Vegas every time.
Okay, so they do that thing, and then it leads to what? Or does the PRCA events lead to the NFR?
Correct.
Okay,
Right.
so all the PRCA stuff, that's all throughout the country throughout
Yes.
the year,
Yes.
and it's basically a big bracket to whoever's going to get to the NFR.
Exactly. Yeah, the
Okay.
top 15 in each event go to the NFR.
And then PBR is just bull riding,
Correct.
and
Yes.
that's obviously like the money maker. Everybody likes to watch bull riding. Somebody
Yeah.
might not want to watch steer wrestling or whatever.
Yeah, there were some guys in the 90s, Tuff Hedeman, Jim
Yeah.
Sharp, Ty Murray, like those guys got together.
Mm-hmm.
Cody Lambert, Jerome Davis, a group of guys got together, started the PBR.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just created like this awesome little outlet for bull riding.
Right.
And it's grown to be, as far as like money makers, like there's just a lot of money in the PBR.
Yeah.
And then
Can you make I mean, obviously you got to be good, but can you make a good living rodeoing? Obviously not you. I mean, you got merchandise and stuff like that, but strictly rodeoing.
so I mean the what's possible. JB I think has won the most money in this industry of
Talking about
anyone.
JB Mooney.
JB
probably the
Mooney.
greatest bull rider ever.
Yeah, second best, right behind me.
Yeah,
and then
exactly right.
he's won, I think, $7 million.
Really?
Yeah, total in
his-
his career.
In how many years you said?
He's been, I mean, he's 31, and
Okay.
he's been getting on at those PBRs since he was 18. So 13 years, he's made
Okay.
$7 million. But right behind him,
Is that just winnings? That's not
correct?
sponsorships?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, he's made a lot more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sponsorships.
I don't know what it would be, but it'd be
Right.
a lot. Of if
JB, if you want to send me those numbers, it's all good, bro. I just want to know.
Yeah,
Email is
yeah.
wants to know everything.com.
JB, he's a big fan. He's a big fan. And then if you cross over to like Rodeo, behind that you've got Trevor Brazil,
Mhm.
and he's won like over $6 million.
Okay.
But he's multi-event cowboy.
Right.
So and he does timed events. So like team roping, tie down roping,
Yeah.
steer roping, stuff like that. But there'll be guys that focus in on one event in rodeo, and if they might make 100,000 in the year, but then when you get to the NFR, you've got an opportunity to make another 125. So like you could walk away. Those top 5 guys are liable to make anywhere from 160 to 250,000
Wow.
in a year.
Okay.
So,
But I mean, you're on the road.
oh my gosh,
You're on the road.
yeah. And you got to spend a lot of that to make that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like in the summer times, you'll be gone for guys will take off and be gone from the house for 2 months
Right.
at least, sometimes 3 months.
Yeah.
And then, but like February, March, usually, if you live in Texas at least,
Mhm.
you can go to a lot of those pro rodeos 3 nights a weekend, then go back to the house.
Gotcha. Okay.
But
So, like, when you're talking about, like, what about women's rodeo, like barrel racing? Is barrel racing like the biggest thing for women
yes,
in rodeo?
in PRCA rodeos, it's the only thing really. I mean, like that they don't discriminate, but that's
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to, like there was a woman that rode saddle bronc.
Mm-hmm.
Kayla Muscle. She was like the only woman to ever fill her permit riding saddle bronc horses.
When are we going to see a woman ride a bull?
There's been some of those too.
I bet there has.
One of them lives like not far from here.
Really?
I don't know that she filled her permit, but makes me nervous. I hate
Yeah.
to see him get stepped on, but
But I'm sure there's some girl out there that's just training right now.
oh
She's
man,
gonna beat these
just
boys.
sliding right off, son.
Yeah, dude.
She needs to come to Dale Brisby. Well, not here, but somewhere. She needs to get some training. Liability for that.
Yeah.
But we had you sign those waivers. So.
Yeah, like 6 of them, dude. Crazy.
But
So when somebody comes up to you, I'm sure you get a lot of kids and stuff. You do a lot of like meet and greets at like.
yeah, I'll do some appearances throughout the year.
Where do you? I'm always looking on your Instagram. You're always going to like a shop. Where do you go? Cavender's or?
Yeah. So I'm in Cavender's.
You're in Cavender's. Is that where you go? You got a Cavender's around here, and you go and you just meet people.
I'll just go to some I got like for instance, I'll go see my grandmother in Lubbock.
Mhm.
I'll stop in at Cavender's there.
Right.
I've been to some in Denton, just random Cavender's. Like if I'm in the area, I'll just say, hey, come see me. If you happen to be in the area.
Yeah.
Amarillo, different Cavender's.
So when you got kids coming up to you and they ask, I want to get into rodeo, and I want to do this, what do you tell them?
Well, most of the time when they ask me that, they're talking about rough stock events,
Mm-hmm.
and so I tell them to go to a Sankey rodeo school.
Okay.
This guy named Lyle Sankey. He's one of the only 4 guys that has gone to the NFR in all 3 rough stock events: bareback, saddle bronc, bull riding.
Okay.
And he's in the Hall of Fame. But he puts on these schools all over the.
I think I've seen that
the
guy on
country.
YouTube.
Do what?
I think I've seen that guy on YouTube.
Probably. He's been doing schools for 40 years, but.
Okay.
And
So
then there's
if-
a lot of people that do schools, like Cody Custer does a school. Gary LeFew does a lot of schools. There's a lot of guys that put on good schools.
Right.
My dad and Lyle were like best friends, so I grew up going to his schools.
Right.
But they supply all the equipment is the main thing, and that's why I'll tell kids to go there. It's just
It's expensive, right?
Yeah,
All
like
that equipment.
like just today, like if you're like, I think I want to get into rodeo, like you might, to get the right equipment, you'd spend $600.
Right.
Then you go pay $80 to get on one bull,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be a bucker. and then so you got to drive to that rodeo, and so you pay $400 to go to a school where you borrow all the equipment and they put you on the right bull and as many as you want.
Right.
And then at the end of it, you decide, is this something I want to do? Well, I didn't spend $600 to $1,000 on equipment, and then go just to get on one.
Right.
You know. Anyway, that's what I tell kids. Like, it's like the quickest thing is like, you know, go to a second school or
get your confidence built up and then start entering events.
Right. Yeah. Get on 2 or 3 bulls like Rickle.
Yeah.
And
there ain't nobody in the rodeo business doing it for you. I mean, you gotta drive.
Hey, this is like, there ain't no coaches, there ain't no cheerleaders, there's no teammates. Like, you can get some traveling partners, but like, you don't.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like old school wrestling. Back in the day, like the territory days,
right?
Like the wrestling days. I think that's what it reminds me of the most. It's like when people like all these old wrestlers like Ric Flair and stuff like that, they talk about being on the road all the time, 350 days a year, and they're just traveling with buddies and they're meeting different people and trying to be the best at this and practicing when they can and all that.
But I mean, the only difference is like they probably get paid no matter what.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? And like here in rodeo, like
that's true actually.
You show up, you don't perform, you don't get paid.
That's
like
true.
some of those PBR events, like they'll guarantee you like 500 or something. That is what I heard. I don't know. They may not, but like sure
just
enough,
to enter?
Rodeos do what?
Just to enter or what?
Yeah, like sometimes, like if you get on tour, like if you're in the top so many, like they'll pay. And I mean, I might get somebody DMing me saying no, that's not right. But like, because I've just mainly rodeoed, but yeah, you pay some of those big rodeos fees can be like $200 more, you know, and $300, and you pay that, you get bucked off. Like, too bad, so sad.
Yeah, you ain't making no money.
And you might get bucked off and stomped.
That's true. Know? Yeah, you got to think about injury too.
Right. You're always riding hurt.
You told me something about JB Mooney that he rode recently or something like that. It was just like a blown out shoulder.
In Calgary last summer, he was 90.5 points, and then this bull slammed him down on his shoulder, and it was like the only thing holding it on was skin. It was crazy. He had to have these surgeries, and then he still went. He was making the PBR finals, and so he still came and rode at the PBR finals later on that year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was wild.
You gotta be a tough dude.
Yeah, it ain't for the faint of heart.
No, and I mean, just think about there's been a couple good rodeo movies out there. What's your favorite rodeo movie of all time?
Rodeo movie? 8 Seconds.
8 Seconds?
Yeah.
I like, I'm drawing a blank right now. With
Junior Bonner.
Woody Harrelson.
Oh, Cowboy Way.
Cowboy Way.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Funny. I love that movie.
That's
that one. Urban Cowboy's good.
Urban Cowboy. Yeah, there's a lot of good one-liners in there.
8 Seconds, though, that's a good one for sure.
Yeah.
I think there is a lot of, like, people that, like, want to do this stuff. So that's why I asked you that question. Is like, you know, how do you get into it? So if anybody's watching, you know, get into a school, but just know.
It's crazy. It's so crazy how like it grabs a hold of you, like just it grabs a hold of and it sounds cheesy and weird and like sacrilegious, but like it like grabs hold of your soul.
Yeah.
Like it's like you feel like you just can't escape it and you just have to go.
Yeah.
And like I remember like my dad telling me about this. Like there was this point, it was like 2 years. Like there wasn't one weekend where he wasn't at a rodeo. For 2 years straight, like Christmas included. Like Christmas had fallen on like a Wednesday or something, you know, but it's hard to explain, you know, because you like all the money it takes to do that, the pain, and it's like, why would you be so committed to that? Like on football, it's like you can almost like that's similar, you know, but the money is crazy, and you look over here at rodeo, and it's just like, but something about the adrenaline and the camaraderie and the going down the road of it, like it gives me chills thinking about it. But you got a taste of it today, like you even mentioned it when you got off, like you could see how that would be.
And I mean, like just the it's weird, it's like super weird that jobs like that, whether you call it a job or not, I mean a lot of people probably won't call it their job because they love it, but it's like something that hard where they're just like, you got to spend a lot of money to make money. And sometimes you ain't making nothing.
Right.
And you're just living off credit cards or something, even if you have credit.
Oh yeah.
But they just don't stop.
Yeah, there's
a
some
lot of
guys.
passion in it.
Like, just the only reason they care about money is because that's how they keep score. You know, like, it's like because how much money you have won at the end of the year determines what place you are. And like oh, the car broke down. Like my buddy Jacobs, he and I were roommates in college. Jacob Scrawley, he's an NFR. Him and his brother are both NFR bronc riders, and it's like their car broke down, and they're at this car dealership, Barry's Cherries, up in North Dakota.
Dakota.
They're like pull their money together and they buy this van for $5,000. Like, and like, we gotta go, let's go. You know, like, sign it here, $5,000, and just take off. It's like whatever it takes, you know, just get there.
Right.
Barry's Cherries, I love that story.
Barry's Cherries in North Dakota.
I ended up buying that van later.
Did you?
Yeah, I did a giveaway.
Oh, I remember seeing that.
Yeah. It was like
I remember seeing that van. It's like an old GMC Safari or something like that, or what was it?
Yeah, I think it was a
Ford.
I can't remember. It was white.
Yeah.
It was comfortable as freaking captain's chairs were the kitty's titties.
We used to have a GMC Safari, and I remember thinking it was 3-tone brown. It wasn't 2-tone. It was 3-tone brown.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking it had like fans, like oscillating fans.
Oh yeah. Little bitty ones.
Yeah, big captain's chairs and everything like that. Everything was brown. I was like, this would be a good rodeo.
Yep.
Rodeo spot.
Rodeo rig. That's
rodeo rig.
it, man. Good time in the rodeo, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pulled the name out of the hat, and it was like Jill, Temecula, California. Great.
Yeah. Did you drive it over there?
Man, I had to. Like, I the giveaway was like, you come get it. But I was like, she was just like this sweet teacher from California.
Really?
And I was like, there's no way I'm going to ask her to come get this. And then what if she were to break down and I'm the jerk that...
You should just hard it all outlaw, man. I got hookups for sending cars across the country, man.
I threw it on the trailer. I drove over there myself. 20 hours.
Dang.
Slept for 6 hours in a hotel. Drove 20 hours back.
Dang. That's crazy.
Didn't stop.
I like to, so I'm doing a couple giveaways, some vehicles now. I've got some people that can drive across country. It's $450.
Really?
Take it for you. Yeah.
To move a vehicle?
Mm-hmm. Come up, put it on flatbed.
Is it like just 400 flat? I mean, obviously.
450. Some of them are a little bit more expensive. Like I've had to pay, like if you let them know in advance, I've just got a couple hookups with a couple different companies that I've used.
How would you have a hookup for that? Like what is it?
I've had a lot of cars.
In all of your dipping.
Yeah. Well, I've had a lot of cars come through the old outlaw.
You've lived a pretty full life.
Yeah.
Like just listening to what little I've known, like you talk about the different things you've lived like in every state.
Yeah, a lot of states.
Like, and then
I just like so many different things, man. There's not like one thing. You know what I mean? Like some people just like one thing.
Right.
Like I like so many things. And when I liked something, like when something comes up, like when I got into hunting, that like took over my life for a good couple of years, and then I jumped onto something else, like trucks. Something about, old cars and trucks.
Now it's bull riding.
Now it's bull riding, dude. Go buy me a bull
Hopefully I don't grab a hold of you too hard.
Yeah.
But
no, it's fun, man. Like I just like getting into a whole bunch of different things. But
yeah, that's cool though. You like add this to your resume, like, and you're just like freaking living life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
Love it, man. I just don't. I think a lot of people need to be more like that.
You think a lot of people what?
I need to be more like that. Yeah. I think a lot of people they get stuck in a rut, especially with like a 9 to 5, and all they're thinking about is their 9 to 5, staying afloat. You got to find some way. Sometimes it takes working so dang hard to be able to get to where you want to be. But that's another problem too. Is a lot of people don't know where they want to be.
Man, we came over that hill. Me and my old lady came over that hill in Vegas that first time I went there.
Yeah.
Packed her car full of merch and split a meal at Denny's. First trip to Vegas, not because we weren't hungry.
Mm-hmm.
We lived in my sister's garage. I lived in her office, above her office.
Right.
And doctored yearlings for my brother-in-law for hourly. I mean, it was just like stuff we knew we had to do that to get to where we are today. But anyways.
What did you do before rodeo?
I mean, I've always rodeoed, but so I got out of A&M and worked for my dad on that ranch that I mentioned we managed.
Yeah.
And after he died, they hired us to manage it.
Right.
And Leroy and I, and then it was an oil and gas company that owned it, and they sold it. And so when they sold it, I had an opportunity. It was like either, and I was rodeoing at the time, obviously, and so we're making some videos, but when they sold it, I had some job opportunities to, like, one was go work on a game ranch and help manage it and run their cows and guide hunts, and some really good opportunities in ranch management world, but it wasn't going to be something where I got to rodeo or put out a lot of content. And but I also didn't have any money at the time, and so I had to make a decision, like, kind of go backwards. I did. I took a step back so I could later go forward.
You got to do that sometimes.
I remember I was like, because they gave us 30 days to get off that ranch when they sold it, and I was Randy, my cameraman, was there at the house, and we had a horse that he just got to be shot, has bad feet, and so my buddy was shoeing his horse, and my buddy Dustin Fox was shoeing this horse off to the side, and Randy could tell I was kind of.
By the way, you didn't say shooting.
Yeah, shoeing, putting shoes on this horse. And Randy was like pouring into me, kind of like you were a while ago. Like I was just like this point in my life where I needed some encouragement. And we got done. And Dustin was like, "Hey man, you don't have to pay me for shoeing this horse. You can have it on the house." I was like, "No, I'm going to pay you for this. I'm not." But I was at one of those points. Like I kind of needed to not. But anyways.
Well, when you see the passion there, like if you just want to do, you want to be rodeoing the rest of your life. Like I can see that from you.
Man, it was like, and then like last year I had that back injury in Austin, and it was actually in the semifinals.
That's another thing you got to worry about: injuries.
Oh, dude!
And then you're out.
Dude, I've had 2 back surgeries, and like sitting in this chair right now,
Dude.
And then like so that kind of put me on hold as far as like rodeoing hard.
Right.
And I haven't been on in over a year, but so we've just been
ramping up the
balls
videos
to the wall with content.
Yeah.
Promoting rodeos, and any little thing I could do, I say yes to.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that's going to look like. It's going to be hard
to
balance that when it comes to
Well, just seeing like you said, taking a step back to take a step forward. That's just the stuff you got to do.
Yeah.
I try to tell people that on the videos and stuff like that, especially with this podcast, just trying to come out with this podcast to give a different side of like stuff, because I feel like everything I do on the internet is mostly just trying to hype everything up and make everything super exciting, but I kind of want to get down to earth and talk about a bunch of stuff like that. But I think the biggest thing is when you want to do something, like a lot of people ask, just in what we do in entertainment on the internet or whatever, it looks easy.
Oh my gosh,
it looks easy to a lot of people, and like it's literally, I have anxiety because of this, because of this stuff, because I'm like always thinking, oh my gosh, I need to get something. I don't want, because you get that when you're doing this all the time, you get that thing in your mind where like, are people gonna forget about me if I don't upload for a day or something? Yeah. And it's a horrible way to think. It's horrible, and so I try not to do that. But it's just like I remember when I was living in Missouri. I just got back from Alaska. And when, everybody, like, I thought Alaska was like, oh, yeah, you go up there, you fish, and you make a lot of money. And, people, I saw people, like, the show Deadliest Catch just came out when I went up there. And everybody was talking about, like, these people, they work for 2 months and they get paid, like, $50,000.
Right.
For, like, 2 months. So I was thinking it was going to be like that, right?
Yeah.
Young and dumb. And I just
Why not?
moved to Alaska. And I come back, and I got paid $3,000 for 3.5 months up there the first time. And then I went up again and did some other stuff. But then, like, the second year I went up for salmon season, which, was good money. And I made, like, the same for even longer. Could have made more working at McDonald's. You know what I mean? Yeah. And came back home, moved to Missouri, because I had some buddies out there, and we were going to, I was just chasing the YouTube thing. Because I just kept, seeing more people making money. And I was like, I'm going to do this. Like, I know I could do this, But I remember I was going to get a maintenance job because I had like a background in maintenance. And I remember going to this job interview, and it was the worst. Like, I lived in a tiny town in the middle of Missouri called Eldon. And it was like the worst. Like, I was like, I'm going to get this job. I just know it. And it's going to be the worst time of my life. Dang. And I'm not going to be able to do anything. Like, I've got to fix old people's, plumbing and all this crap. And I made the conscious decision that I'm just going to take the risk and just be broke for a while and just, video my ass off pretty much.
What year was that?
That was 2011.
Yeah.
It was 2011 because I just got back from Alaska and I remember being like,
how many subscribers do you have then?
not even 100,000.
Oh,
not even 100,000.
dang.
I had probably 70,000 or something like that, and which is, well, maybe less. Honestly, it might have been less. I can't really exactly remember, but I remember I wasn't huge, but I was like, I know the ways to do this, and I found merchandise is a big thing for a lot of people. Like I tell you, everybody to make merchandise because when you're not making money on YouTube, you can obviously push that, and if you make cool stuff, people want to buy it,
Right.
And without killing people on prices and stuff, right?
Yep.
And so I basically was like, I had a merchandise guy, and he made these shirts for me. And I remember this was like the turning point where I said, I've got to make this work, or I'm literally gonna die because I'm gonna go hungry. I was in a tiny apartment that I was paying $13 a month because the guy liked me, and I was doing some wrestling stuff for him, and they were like, well, we know this guy, so we'll give you a deal. $13 a month. I had a crack.
What do you mean you were doing some wrestling stuff for him?
Wrestling.
Dude, you gotta expand on that.
Dude, some wrestling stuff?
Like you were like entertaining him, like you like wrestle random animals in the evening.
I wasn't
like,
wrestling him. I was just I was
training his son or something.
No. There was a school. So why I moved down there was there was a couple buddies and I. We were gonna be doing some video stuff and trying to make the YouTube thing work. But there was also a wrestling school there, and so we were just like I wrestled in high school and stuff like that. So we were doing a lot of that stuff. And then they also did. You remember Harley Race back from the Ric Flair days?
No.
Harley Race is like legends of like pro wrestling, right? And he had a school like right next to that town, and so we did some of that stuff as well. And it wasn't like I did it for a little bit and I was just like whatever. I kind of just did it because I was like, okay, I'm gonna get $13 in rent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like $13, bro. $13 a month. Can you believe that?
No, that's crazy.
And I remember being like, I don't have to worry about rent really, but I had no truck. Because my truck was like broken down. I bought it in Colorado for $900 and then drove it all the way here barely. Had no headers. Or it was open headers, so it's just super loud. It pissed everybody off. Transmission went out. And I remember I had 5 t-shirts left. I had no groceries. I remember I had I was living off bologna pretty much, right?
Yeah.
And I remember I had 5 t-shirts left. And this is back when I had everything was set up through PayPal and my website was just insane. And I posted a video. I called it "Don't Watch This," and I just pushed the t-shirts. Like I tried to do some funny little skit, and then I just pushed the t-shirts, 5 t-shirts, because I was like, I need at the time it was it went right into my bank account. I had one of those PayPal cards.
Yep.
Just went right into it, or I could use the PayPal card. And those 5 t-shirts went or sold. I made $100 or whatever. I went to the store, got the cheapest food I could get to where I could live for a week,
Yeah.
And then during that week I was just like, I can't do this. I gotta hype it up. I gotta legitimately do a whole bunch of stuff. So I started just because I was back in the day, people weren't uploading every day. And then I started I gotta just push out content like crazy. I started doing that, and slowly but surely it started to, ramp up a little bit and whatever. But it was it's hard. So what my whole point was a lot of people think this is easy stuff. It's not.
Yeah.
And when they get into it, it's hard. And especially now, it's even harder now,
right?
Because there's so many people doing it.
Oh yeah.
Especially with
so loud.
Oh, it's
and you might agree, but on the other hand, there are so many people, and that's challenging. But I kind of like it though because the cream will rise to the top.
That's exactly what my point was. I was gonna say the people that that's the cream will rise to the top, but it's the people that are the most passionate, and people can see that. You know what I mean? They don't want to watch somebody who's just depressed and playing video games. I mean, I know there's some people out there that do watch that stuff, but it's when you know somebody that loves what they do, and there could be somebody that watches you from this or whatever, and they might even know anything about rodeo, and then in a year they're going to be riding a bull. You know what I mean? because they
He
just
could be a world
they like the
champion.
enthusiasm.
Yeah.
They like they like all that stuff. So what my point of everything was is just you got to make sure you love what you do, and because people are gonna recognize that,
Yeah.
and it's gonna then they're gonna subscribe, and then they're gonna buy some merch, or they're gonna go see you at a meet and greet. They're gonna come see you at a rodeo or whatever, and that's how it through passion, everything will grow.
I think that's right on the money. It's crazy to me, like, it's funny you say that people think it's a joke, and one of the ways where I see like I'll like miss a phone call, or I'll have some voicemails adding up or something, and I was like, God, I'm sorry, I was just so busy today.
Yeah.
But then they see like that I'm Snapchatting,
Right.
and they don't understand that like
That's
I'm
a part of it.
Yeah, that's part of it. That's part of the job. And it doesn't mean that like I'm like it's the Snapchats and the Instagram and all that. It's legitimate thoughts.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like that's me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm having fun.
Yeah.
But that's just part of the
Yeah, because a lot of people are be
daily
like,
grind.
well, you're so happy in this. You're so happy in this Snapchat, but I thought you had a lot of emails and stuff like that. But it's like it's not like we don't like the emails, or we don't like the voicemails, or we got to handle this thing. It's
Yeah.
like, and we're not trying to force positivity, because
Right.
nobody obviously, hey guys, Dale here, sitting with my bull, so, and nobody wants to watch that obviously.
Yeah.
But like hyping up and it's not like we're faking that. It's just
No.
you know what to do.
Yeah, this is my life. It's just that the work part is like it's after the camera turns off.
Exactly.
That's when the real work starts.
Exactly.
It's because that's when you gotta, I mean, like this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Driving down here and that, like, I mean, it's 16, 17 hour. This is, and I think you touched on it whenever you were talking about what I've realized and what's caused a lot of, well, it's so reap what you sow.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And like you said, like when I first started, I felt like, well, I can only post so many times a week because, I was just worried about what people think. And then there was like this turning point like a year ago where I realized if you want to do 7 videos a week, one a day on each platform, that you'll reap the benefits of that, provided they're good content.
Right. Yeah.
That's a prerequisite.
Right.
It's got to be, authentic.
Yeah.
But if you want to work hard like that, like you'll get rewarded for it.
Exactly.
In some shape, form, or fashion, be it through subscribers or
Right.
merch or whatever. But it's got to. I mean, like I said, I think it's the prerequisite. You can't just put out crap.
No.
The products can't be crap.
Yeah, but that's where if you like what you do enough, you're gonna figure it out.
But that's probably everything. Everybody out there, like doctors or whatever, any other industry. You get to a point where it's literally reap what you sow, and if you want to work harder, you get to.
Exactly. I've been through that a lot, like just in certain things where I'm like, you feel comfortable at a point. Well, I never thought I was going to get this far. I never thought I was going to get to this point, and then you just get comfortable and you don't do what needs to be done to grow anymore. Kind of just staying in this comfortable spot. It's what a lot of YouTubers do. It's what a lot of, it falls in anywhere. Could be a couple guys rodeoing and they have a couple times.
They go to the
like,
NFR once,
Yeah.
and then the next year they don't because
Yeah.
they back off.
Right.
They get comfortable. Right.
Exactly. And so, and obviously that comfort doesn't last forever, especially with, the internet and stuff now. But, yeah, you just gotta, it's a hard deal. But I think Dale Brisby's the man for the job.
Oh, Dale, yeah. I love it. I like to keep moving.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I don't like about booths. I love to interact with people at the booths. Like I just like talking to people. That's why I love rodeo.
Right.
You go behind the chutes and this guy's new. We'll go meet him. And that's what I love about social media. It's like not only online it brings people together, but it brings like at booths and whatnot. But the thing I don't like about the booth is just like it's a lot of sitting around.
Yeah.
And when I get home, I am most tired at home.
Yeah.
When I go to a booth, like it is work, but like at Doxa this week, like I was like almost a relief to go because like I knew I was going to get 8 hours of sleep.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not going to get that at home.
Yep.
I'm up and I'm going.
Yeah.
Let's feed. Let's do something.
Plus, when you go on stuff like that too, you feel like, well, can't really film here.
Right.
It's like doing this, whatever. And that's where I get like my anxiety and stuff. Like we did something, film stuff for this company like a week ago. We couldn't film anything. And I was like, I need to film. Like, I need to get something up. So we would go in the back of this property when we had like a 10-minute break or something. We just film something stupid just to put it up, right?
Is it not like that feeling whenever you've worked out solid for like every day for 2 weeks and then you don't?
Exactly.
Is that like I got to get to the gym?
You just feel lazy. Like I got to do something. So there's a lot of that.
How'd the content turn out?
Had the what?
You said you just went to the back of the property. Like how'd it turn out?
It did well.
It
did well, yeah. We were on a spike, and so I just wanted to get some content out there. I don't want to like just sit around for 2 days filming this stuff for this company that it's not even going on my channel, and then just like not put up anything myself.
Yep.
So try to make everything, even though it sucks. Like, well, we're here filming for this company. We can't show you anything, but I'm not going to film that, obviously. But just trying to do something where we're still having fun and get it up there.
Speaking of like putting out content and everything, like where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Well, I want to, obviously keep making content, but I'm not gullible in the fact that I know that, I've been doing this for a long time and it doesn't last forever because people's attention spans. I don't want to watch, when you watch a show, like I watch Game of Thrones. Just say Game of Thrones, right? Watch Game of Thrones. But if Game of Thrones was always on for 40 years, I would stop watching eventually. You know what I mean? Like there's going to be something where I'm just going to get bored of it, Like I've seen this so many times, and even if it's different and stuff like that, I know that's going to be eventually, So putting other things, because I love entertainment. Like I just love, I did acting and stuff when I was a kid, and just like being, doing stuff in entertainment, whatever it be acting, whatever it be YouTube videos, whatever it be comedy, or whatever it be whatever. I always want to be doing something like that, but continuing the same stuff all the time. I always try to progress and not do the same stuff always. But I don't know, man. 10 years. I do a lot of other stuff rather than just YouTube, and so
something will come up.
Yeah, keep doing that.
I would love to act. I think I would.
Yeah.
I did a few commercial things when I was a kid.
Did you?
But I feel like I've been working on a script for my own movie.
Really?
Yeah.
We did this movie that was going to be coming out soon. The Dip Run.
The Dip Run.
Dude, it was so much fun.
Really?
Like,
I bet it would be.
Well, see, it was legit too. Like this is me just motivating you again to finish your script, dude. Because we had the director that signed on for this movie. He had all the contacts already in Hollywood. So we got grip guys. We got everything. We got assistant directors. We got key grips, like I said. We got just people that what do you call it? I'm drawing blanks. What was her? She did all the costume design.
Yep.
And her set design and the costume ladies and whatever.
Yep.
And it was like you're with these people for a month filming and you become like family.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's like super fun because you get to just like be a whole different person or be a character or whatever for a month or whatever, and you get to do something different every day. It was cool because we like always changed sets and we did stuff, and it was super fun because I didn't have to like worry about a lot of stuff. I am an executive producer on it, so I had to deal with a bunch of BS behind the scenes with money wise, but just the actual act of filming and everything was so much fun.
Like similar to what we did today.
Similar to what we did today, but like overboard. Like it was just like there were people that would just, what was really awesome? Was having like what did they call them? ADs, first ADs, and so, or I think it was ADs. I don't know the terminology, but they would just have somebody just bring you coffee.
Yeah.
Or just PA, yeah. Personal assistant, yeah. They would have a bunch of PAs on set.
That's
hey, man,
all.
can I get you water? And they would look at you like you were like the best thing.
You were the
they looked at you
talent.
like you were Mel Gibson or Brad Pitt.
The talent.
Yeah. I was talent. Like I would always be like, well, we would always joke around, like, hey, move over here. And obviously it was a low budget film, so we couldn't obviously have like what The Rock has or something like that.
Yeah.
But we'd always be like, no, I'm talent. I'm not moving. You move me. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was super fun. So you're writing a script, eh?
Yeah, me and a guy just reached out to me on Instagram, and he's just been kind of motivating me and then just giving me some tips. But just, huh? anyways, it's I've got some. I mean, I don't mind sharing it. It just might not be that interesting to talk about, but just like kind of like the adventure and the story of Dale Brisby, like the rise and the fall, and then like coming back, and just kind of got some funny. Have you? Did you see Father of the Year with David Spade?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I was telling him to watch that.
It was freaking hilarious.
It just came out on Netflix.
Hilarious.
Well,
Like,
at least when we were filming this.
Yeah.
You guys got to go watch that movie.
I love that movie. But you know what? If you think about it, like just like the simplicity of it, like it was just like a cool story.
Easy.
And then the guy, yeah.
And
that's kind of how I see my movie, like but be like rodeo related,
kind of like documentary style, but like a movie.
Yeah.
Is that how you see it, or do you see it more as like an actual?
I'm not married to anything.
Yeah.
Like if somebody came along, like I just want to like tell the story on camera, you know.
I think that'd be awesome.
But
you know what's crazy about that kind of stuff is there's so many kids and stuff coming up now that like they're obsessed with that stuff.
Yeah.
And they're just like, hey, you want me to film a movie for you? And they'll do it like just with them. They're like, oh, I'll get an audio guy or whatever. They'll do it just as good as James.
I don't have a lot of those kids reaching out to me. I wish they would.
Oh, reach out to me too.
I got a bunkhouse.
Yeah.
I got somewhere for somebody to stay.
I'm staying in there, and it is comfy, dude.
Yeah.
I even slept in a little bit this morning. That bed was so comfy, dude.
That's good. Once that something about a window unit.
Yeah.
Like
the noise. It's probably the noise.
Like one day, whenever I've like, got a yacht and everything, I'm still gonna have a window unit in it.
Put it in a van. Yeah. Well.
But anyway, yeah, movie time.
Yeah.
One of these days.
I'm ready to see that.
Yeah, we need to get you to do a cameo in it.
I'll do it, man.
Or be a main actor. I don't care.
Well, man, I'll be
Adventures of Dale and Outlaw.
I'll be a JB Mooney.
Did you ever see Tucker and Dale versus Evil?
Evil? Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's a great one.
Freaking love it.
I love how that was. It was off. What is Shaun of the Dead or what was it? No, that was something else.
Well, Dale here's been striking out with the ladies. I figured a little man time might do him some good.
I just love.
Yeah,
that.
you could play JB Mooney. You could be the. Because JB would have a part in the movie.
Yeah,
and
he just I'll be JB Mooney, and he plays like some dude.
And then JB play like the janitor.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
That would be really funny.
I love those type of movies, man. In our movie, like it's it's slapstick and stuff. It's kind of like Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
I want to play my own granddad too, like Eddie Murphy style.
Oh yeah, like Norbit and
like. So one part I'll have it is like Leroy and I, like Leroy's like the step grandkid to either my grandmother or my granddad, but like the granddad has Alzheimer's and he doesn't remember me,
right?
And I'm like his real grandson,
yeah.
But he loves Leroy, and so I stay in a horse trailer, but like the living quarters of like a broke down horse trailer that I drug to the back of this house. And like Leroy lives with my granddad or grandmother, and like, but I can't because he doesn't know who I am, and he freaks out all the time.
I like that.
And then maybe like some point in the show, he like leans over, like gives like some wink or nod to let you know like he really does know. He just like doesn't like me or something.
Well, I mean, hey, dude, you keep doing these YouTube numbers, dude. You can maybe fan fund the movie. People want to see that, dude.
Oh man,
I'd give a little money to that Dale Brisby movie. I want to see that, dude.
Well,
I love rodeo movies. There needs to be more.
There needs to be a rodeo movie.
There's some that come out and I'm just like, it sucks.
Yeah.
There actually, you know what's funny? I didn't tell you this, but when I was on set of our movie, or I won't say exactly who it was, but one of the ladies that worked on set, she was like, I really like your acting, and she's worked on a lot. And I was like, oh, thanks. Mm-hmm. And she was like, hey, we're filming a rodeo movie in New Mexico for Netflix. I think it was like August or something like that. Or no, July. And I was like, oh, God, it's going to be on down there. She was like, yeah, you can come by. We're going to talk to the producer or whatever. We'll see if we can get you in on like, I think you'd be good for like a couple of these parts. Apparently she helped write it or something like that, or storyboard it or whatever. And I got the script. I was like, yeah, I'm not into that. I didn't got it for like a month and a half. Being like hot like this.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm just not into it.
Huh.
It was, I don't know what it was, but it was like something about like, I'm sure it's going to be on Netflix next month. It's going to be like the greatest thing ever.
There's so many people, and there's a lot of people like out there on the outside looking in that like they want to do something about rodeo, but they have no idea.
Yeah.
And like even like you see it like in rodeo, you'll see like an ad for rodeo, and it'll be a picture, like just a terrible picture
of
something, and you're just like, who chose this picture to promote this rodeo? Like, nobody in rodeo.
Yeah.
And that's what, like, makes... I think that's what helps, like, Randy and I, is, like Randy, my cameraman, like, he used to ride bulls, you know, like, he was instrumental in today and, like, teaching you, you know.
Right.
And so, like, he picks up this camera, and he's phenomenal at running this camera, but, like, he can pick out what's, you know, and he and I both, like, we skip the part where we have to learn what we're shooting.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And, like, that's what I think would be neat to, like, do the movie in rodeo world.
When you get the perfect people
in
line,
it's
you
like,
can do it, and they all know about what it's, you know, because you don't want some, like, Hollywood exec coming in there and doesn't know anything.
Right.
And just wants to just ruin it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of talented people out there that might know everything about rodeo. And,
Thank you. Yeah. It's Dale
you don't
Brisby.
want to do it.
It's
So
like,
if you're
it's
out
like,
there,
did you see...
holler.
Tell me you've seen Lonesome Dove.
Are you serious?
My man. Okay,
Are you
good.
serious?
I'm sorry.
How many parts? The 6-part?
Yeah, six
Six-part series?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, dude, I have it, bro.
It's
I
like
haven't watched it in a while, but I love it.
Woodrow and like Tommy Lee Jones, and they knew Robert Duvall, like they're halfway cowboy.
Right.
Or Tommy Lee Jones is a cowboy.
Yep.
You know, but anyway.
What was that hat? Was it Tommy Lee Jones?
Yeah, it was a flat brim hat, and then Gus had the one that was kind of uphill.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
So that the one that Gus wore, that's right.
Yeah.
And I tried to buy that hat. Right. It's kind of like a what's his name? What's his name? Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
Like a Sam Elliott style hat, right? And I remember I went and bought one of those when Lonesome Dove came out. Had old Sheplers.
Yeah.
And I looked like an idiot.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I just want to be him.
Yeah. What's your favorite line in that movie? Favorite part?
What was my favorite line in that movie?
Lonesome Dove.
I'm trying to remember. There was a scene. What's that scene where? Is it when Gus is? I don't want to well, I mean, it's been out for a while. There's no spoilers.
Yeah.
Is it when Gus is dying?
Yeah.
Is it when he's dying?
When he's on the bed?
Yeah.
He's about to die?
Is that what it is? I'm not saying something wrong here, am I?
No. Yeah, Gus dies at the end.
There's something he says, and I can't remember what it was, but it always I remember
Or Woodrow tells him it's been quite a party, or he's got a few lines.
I'm letting you down, dude. I just don't.
I don't know.
I have a pretty good memory, but
yeah,
some stuff like that, semantics, I don't remember. But there was something he said I remember on that. What's your favorite Western movie of all time?
Probably that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. I don't know. Mine would probably be a Clint Eastwood. I think Josie Wales.
Yeah. True Grit.
Wales.
The War Wagon.
That's how I got my nickname, Josie Wales.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad would watch the War Wagon. He'd like have like the first 5 minutes on that song at the beginning of the War Wagon.
Yeah.
I was named after John Wayne in that.
Really?
His name's Todd Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Todd's my middle name.
Yeah. I like Big Jake, Hang 'em High.
Yeah.
Cowboys.
It's hard to beat those old westerns.
I try to watch them with Miss Outlaw back at home. It's like I just want to sit down on a weekend, just chill and just watch some John Wayne or something. Because I've got like a bunch of John Wayne like box DVD sets. My papa is like a big John Wayne freak.
Yeah.
He just loves it all, and he could tell you like everything about him, birthday, day he died, and all that. And yeah, she's just not into it, but I love it.
Maybe
She'll watch it with me. Yeah. But I can tell.
Get her to watch Lonesome Dove.
Lonesome Dove. There's some good new stuff coming out too. They do pretty good on westerns. Have you seen Westworld?
No.
You need to watch it.
Really?
I mean, you got to think. It's pretty interesting, but dude.
I don't watch a lot of TV, like very seldom.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't do either.
Suits.
Suits?
Dude.
Isn't that on? It's
on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
But Suits, my old man liked it.
Uh-huh.
And I freaking love Suits.
I'm thinking
it's
of
like,
something else.
It's like they got a core value. It's like loyalty. Like, I don't know. It's like the underlying deal. But a lot of wit.
Right.
Funny. You know, it's kind of a drama. But like the freaking Suits. And then we were watching Cheers lately.
Oh, Cheers.
Cheers.
Old fat boy. My
Filmed
old buddy
in a
Fat
live
Boy
audience.
loves Cheers.
Yeah.
Him and he can say everything from that show. He'll
Norm.
remember all the episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, dang, dude. How long have we been going?
Hour 30.
Dang, really?
Gosh, dang. I thought it was going to be right at an hour.
I thought we were gonna. Yeah, that's what I thought. I've seen you click the camera a couple times.
Since when?
5 minutes ago.
It's
Okay.
done recording?
Yeah, memory card's full.
Oh.
An SD card.
We'll give you our footage. We've been going wild, dude. I could still go.
Yeah. That was a good conversation.
It was, man.
We got to know each other right there.
Dude, we
got deep.
had a good day today.
Yeah. It was a
Long
full
It
day.
was a good day.
It was a full day.
Full day, good day. Rode a bull for the first time. If you guys haven't seen that video, make sure you go check it out. That was fun. Also, check out the man, Dale Brisby here.
Oh, shoot.
Check out his YouTube channel, guys. I'm telling you right now. You got Leroy behind the camera.
Yeah. We
We
do
Pedro coming in a little bit.
our vlog is called Rodeo Time. Those are
Rodeo
numbered.
time.
And then I do like some skits and stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty fun.
You guys got to go subscribe. We'll shout out whatever you want to shout out, man.
Man, I don't have anything to shout out. I
Well,
just
go-
appreciate you having me.
Go follow him on Instagram, too,
Yeah.
because he posts a lot over there. You guys do a lot of Instagram live stuff. I've
I do
seen these two singing the
Snapchat.
other day.
Instagram, Facebook, I do them all.
You got a good team around you.
Yeah.
I dig 'em.
I appreciate you coming.
Family, yeah.
You could have gone anywhere. I appreciate you coming here.
I appreciate you
That's
having me. I
fun.
appreciate you teaching me.
Yes,
And now
sir.
I'm addicted.
I'm addicted.
I think before I leave tonight, I think I'm gonna go give old Baxter a kiss.
Dale, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. Well, thanks for doing the podcast, man.
On to the next
Radiator Ranch. On to the next one.
one. Yeah.